Good books make me so damn happy. You kick so much ass. And I do not mean in the let's create comedic commentary for the sake of an amusing review kind of kickassery. I mean legitimate I glommed this mofo in one day level of quality. So what's this thing about? Okay, quick rundown. The Lotus Palace by Jeannie Lin, an historical romantic mystery set in China during the Tang Dynasty, which follows Yue-ying, a scarred indentured servant working in a courtesan pleasure house, and Bai Huang, a privileged aristocratic playboy. Bai Huang? God, I'm terrible with the names. The two characters are kind of set by circumstances to solve a whodunit murder mystery, and subsequent awesomeness and entertainment totally ensue. First off, let me just put it out there that while I do have some issues with this story, I gotta say it, the Lotus Palace is basically the literary equivalent of Bill and Ted's phone booth. I shit you not, from chapter 1, this sucker rips you from modern day Bourville and transplants your ass to ancient China. The textures of the writing are that damn realistic. Literally. Tons of effort is put into even just the tiniest speck of detail for the setting. From ancient Chinese social class structure, to the characters' attire, to dietary rituals. All of which makes your headspace feel immersed in awesome culture, without reading like a boring ass textbook. I like this book. But with that said, while I am fangirling over this thing like a believer at her first Justin concert, there are a few figurative landmines sprinkled throughout the recipe in this book. The characters, perchance? Nope. In fact, I am completely subscribed to the ideology which says that Huang and Yue-ying are IRL people. While Yue-ying does seem to sometimes be given a little bit more character development, while Huang sometimes feels like he's pushed to the back burner, I'm okay with this criticism. For the most part, the Lotus Palace is largely told from our heroine's perspective. As a result, Yue-ying's dominance in the story makes a lot of sense. Luckily, even with Huang getting the literary cold shoulder by the author, both characters still read very likable and believable and hella entertaining. If not the characters, then the plot. It must be the plot is screwed. You could be wondering, and you'd be wrong. Nope. The external conflicts, while obviously serving as the forced proximity vehicle by which our two leads are granted interaction, it works. The mystery and the plot is all of the believable, because just enough focus is directed its way without coming off like a Scooby-Doo special. What's more is that the plot paves the way for allowing the secondary cast of characters to feel all of the real and believable and adorable and a bunch of other positive adjectives that I can't think of at the moment. Screw you, Jackie, I'm done playing your guessing games. Alright, Minion, calm down, it'll be alright. Here it is. The big ol' answer to what the hell is my problem with this book is basically the romance between the hero and heroine. Yeah, okay, so that was a lot of needless expository build-up for not a lot of payoff. Sue me. As is, while I was in copious love with the initial sexual tension and feels and emotions between the two characters at the beginning of the story, the interesting dynamic between Huang and Yue-ying kind of died a quiet death after the first act. And I really can't explain what the hell happened, because I suck like that. The two characters had really rockin' chemistry in the first several chapters, but it's like once the story gets rolling, the relationship is simultaneously rushed and ignored. Yeah, how that happens is beyond my brain's ability to comprehend too, but it happened. Even more sarcastically, along with getting fewer emotional scenes between our two leads, by the end of the book I had real problems buying these two as a legitimate couple. And this reality kills my soul. Why? Because the quality of the story was frackin' phenomenal, that's why. The writing was amazing, the pacing was amazinger, and the characters were the book people equivalent of chocolate plus free money plus orgasms. Basically all of the good things. And yet sadly our two leads just felt romantically stale. Most especially when you consider the fact that their relationship culminates at the end of the story in a hella rushed way. Without activating the spoiler bomb, I will say that while I always demand a happily ever after in my romances, I want that HEA to be freaking believable. Shit-tastically enough, while the ending of the Lotus Palace does give me my couple being a couple, it does so in a very rushed, unsatisfactory, slapdash, okay, ta-da, done now, bye, kind of manner. Still, in spite of all my bitching at you, I have to compliment you. Jeannie Lin, girl, you kept me hooked throughout my entire reading experience with this thing. My face was perpetually shoved inappropriately into the pages of your book. And admittedly, I did have genuine feelings for the characters that you wrote. At the end of the day, my attention was all wrapped up in this story like a puppy with a ball of bacon. Yeah, admittedly, I wish that more time had been spent on Hyung and Yue-ying's relationship. And yeah, I do kind of wish that she would have slowed the timeline down a little bit in the story. I still stick by my recommendation. One of the complaints of romance novels is a lack of diversity. This genre is painfully whitewashed like a Leave It to Beaver episode. Other cultures are awesome to read about, no matter what genre you're in. So Miss Lin, please keep doing what you're doing. Your book was so freaking fun. Give me more of your amazingness, because I have needs, damn it.